I remember it like it was yesterday. The excitement of running Android applications directly on your Windows PC. Imagine the potential. All those thousands and thousands of Android apps, touch-friendly applications, on your Surface Pro device running right alongside your Windows applications. That potential was seemingly endless. It opened a floodgate for all of these wonderful applications, games, and just all sorts of amazing things were going to be possible on your Windows PC. And like most dreams, that dream is now dying because rather shockingly, or maybe not shockingly, it's difficult to say, it has been surfaced and pointed out that there is a new section on the Windows Subsystem for Android page on learn.microsoft.com, and this new portion states the following. Microsoft is ending support for the Windows Subsystem for Android. As a result, the Amazon App Store on Windows and all applications and games dependent on WSA will no longer be supported beginning March the 5th, 2025. Until then, technical support will remain available to customers. Now, it does say that you will continue to have access to these things past that deprecation date of 1 year from now. Now, personally, while it is a little bit surprising just to have this happen kind of out of the blue, I am not really surprised that this has been a failure. They chose to try to partner with Amazon, and the result is that as of last time I checked, their Amazon App Store within Windows was absolutely barren. The only way to get any use out of this at all was to sideload applications. I think I made maybe 1 or 2 videos on how to do that. And while that helped a lot, it did not solve the other primary problem, besides the fact that the App Store just had no apps in it, was the fact that the apps you could sideload are only apps that do not rely upon Google Play services, of which only a handful were particularly huge applications. A lot of the things I wanted to sideload, you needed the Play Store, the Play services, and now you could go through a lengthy process to get that stuff up and running as well, but for me, it was never worth jumping through a million hoops to do that. They simply produced a product that wasn't very good. The App Store was empty, and the apps you could run, even by sideloading, were often hamstrung and were just too limited as well. One little side tangent to this that has always been kind of funny to me as someone who covered Surface Duo a lot and also covered the project to port Windows to the Surface Duo by Mr. Gus Montz, is how often I would get comments from people saying, oh, that would be the best possible scenario. Windows running on Surface Duo with Android apps running within Windows on Surface Duo. Well, that was never going to happen for a whole bunch of reasons, which I'm not going to get into, but it's definitely not happening now because Windows is just abandoning this pursuit to get Android apps running within Windows, much the same as they abandoned this project for Windows Phone. They wanted to get Android apps running there, and they abandoned it. This has happened a million times over. Every company who's ever tried to get Android apps running within their operating system has eventually given up. And every company who's tried to make it super easy to port Android apps to their ecosystem has also failed and given up. Hopefully this is the last time somebody tries it, because the writing is very much on the wall. This does not work. Honestly, the only way you could get this to work is through some sort of a deal cooperatively with Google. They would have to port the Play Store over. They would have to give you the license to port the Play Store and the Play services over. And that's been a problem for most of these companies. Google either hasn't wanted to do it, or the company trying to get them hasn't wanted to do it. They've wanted to go their own way, and this is always going to be the result of doing it in that capacity. So guys, I want to know what you think about this. Probably not going to be a whole lot to say beyond this. This was a project that barely got off the ground. It was almost a nothing project from start to finish. I do wonder how much of an impact Panos Panay being gone has. Was this maybe something that he had pushed for as the duo guy in the company? Was there some sort of cross-pollination there? What does this mean going forward? I don't think it means a lot for their mobile ambitions. I do still think that Microsoft will eventually come back around to the idea of an Android device, but it may still be years away. I just think for now, what this probably is why are we putting resources into this? It's not going anywhere. We can all see it. But I would love to know what you think about this in those comments down below. Subscribe for more content just like this. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.